Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I am Moonfeatherblue. Call me Blue. Call me Moony. Call me anything you like, so long as it is lovely, adorable, resplendent. Any positive adjective there to describe a name you call me would be very much appreciated. Preferably related to moons or feathers or blue. I'm Blue. Maybe you should call me that. Hello, creative fish. So lovely to see you. Hello, hello. Yes, round 4 with Bad End Theatre. I have actually done some homework for a change. I have sat down with the pathways and I have figured out, I think, hopefully, assuming I figured out, fantastic use of the English language there, Blue. I think I figured out the way to adjust the settings to get all 9 of the endings we still need. So you will not have to watch me flail around this session. Hopefully. There's more than enough flailing around the last 3 times. Let's actually get things done. Also, another incentive for just diving in and getting it done. I am fully expecting Small One to wake up at any time for a bottle, because he only drank a little bit of his bedtime bottle. So he's probably hungry. Oh dear. I'll be calling you Small 1-3. Does it make sense? No, do I care? Jury's out. Yeah, I'm definitely not Small 1-3. I am definitely a large one. And plus, calling me Small 1-3 would indicate that I am my own child, and I do not want to mess around with that kind of time travel. We're getting into all sorts of, Ouroboros territory there. Let's just not go there. Let's just go to the theatre. How does that sound? I love a good show. Let's go. Here we are, curtains open. You're a library. I think we've gone past there. Well, yeah. Oh dear. Oh wait, no. We want game audio now. So off with the background music and on with the game audio. Hooray. Yes, sorry, that just reminded me. I've I don't know if anyone's noticed yet, or whether you've just come to the very logical assumption that I'm not particularly good at social media or posting on anything. The only posts I tend to make, I meant to make one on Blue Sky. I'm trying to start putting posts on Blue Sky about streams. I'll try next week. It's I'm not good at making posts on social media. It's just feels ridiculously unnatural to me for some reason. I've never been able to do it well. If you had access to my previous accounts before I became Moonfeatherblue, you'll see surges of attempts of activity, and most of the posts probably so painfully awkward it just gives secondhand embarrassment reading them, and then vanish for months, in some cases years, and then back again for another attempt that does not last very long. But yes, given I am streaming and I am writing, it will probably make sense to have slightly more of a social media presence than I am currently maintaining, being nigh on none. So, yes, I was trying to think of ways to post without winding up sitting there for an hour or 2 hours at a time, trying to figure out what I could possibly say, how to make it sound like I am a reasonably sane individual. And, yeah. I'm going through my old streams and taking things that I think are either interesting or funny that I have said, and I'm making a huge spreadsheet, and I'm going to number things and arrange them in order and set posts in advance as far ahead as I can. Like if I can get up to 500, I'm just going to go. And just every time I can't focus on writing, just sit down and watch more of my videos and get more and more quotes. I'm only through the first half hour of my very first stream and I've already got, I think, 15. Some of them probably aren't particularly funny or interesting, but they jumped out at me, so I'm popping them down. I can reassess later. Now go full crazy. PR face, what's that? No, the problem is I don't even sound, in inverted commas, crazy in a fun way. It's, yeah, I'm just painful. I'm a very painful individual. Oh, well. Yes, after I started doing that, I realized I'm going to be bumping up my watch hours myself. Is there anything really wrong with that? I'm doing it with a purpose, and the videos are getting watched, and I'm not watching it for entertainment, so I think that's all right. That's okay, isn't it? I get a pass? I am watching them on a different account, though. Oh dear. Anyway, I don't know if anyone noticed, but we've got a whole lot more endings with everyone else. We've only got a whole lot more endings to get with the Overlord. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Overlord endings we don't have. We've only got 1 from the Underling, 3 from the Maiden, and 1 from the Hero. But again, I'm pretty sure I've got it worked out. Everything you've done has only hurt them more. Thanks for that. That's really helping with my, what's that word I'm looking for? Conscience isn't the right one. Well, it's not helping my hurting conscience, that's for sure. There's probably a better word than that. Heck yeah, different account if you're going to watch them anyway. Get those side benefits. I don't normally just watch my content. I do watch it occasionally. Actually, when I was in the hospital last year, I think I wound up watching my first Slay the Princess stream, at least all the way through, and giggling, and it just helped me feel a bit better, honestly. Helped me remember there was a world outside that I occasionally participated in a little bit. Oh dear. But yes. The very first streams will be interesting to go through, I'm guessing, because I didn't know what I was doing then, even more than I don't know what I'm doing now. But at least I've done my homework. Hopefully I've got the pathways done. Let's get in there. I think I want to try getting most of the Overlords ones that we don't have yet. For the first time through, I'll run through everything in case anyone's missed the beginnings of the story, but afterwards I'll skip as much as I can, and if I notice I've gone ahead by accident, I'll just, trundle back sheepishly, as I have done many times already. Let's be the Overlord. Woohoo! You are the Overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hope they'll leave you and your army alone. But they never do. Just as a side note, why does the Overlord have an army if she doesn't intend to use it? You're still new to the whole Overlord thing if you're being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil Overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the highest standard like that. Oh my goodness, I just realized I jumped right in without making the changes I need to do. Well, that was intelligent. Let's, can we just go back? Can we go back? Back. It won't let me go back. Let's just hurry up and die. What's the quickest way to die? I don't know. Oh, apparently that. Whatever that was. Well, that was not intelligent of me. Let's set things properly. So we want Dutiful Hero, nothing on the Maiden, nothing on the Underling. And, we don't want to... Nothing. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing, don't I? Dutiful Hero. Nothing on the Maiden, nothing on the Underling. And, we just do the Overlord without, selecting any of the behaviors. Okay, let's do that again. Let's do that again. Okay. Skippy, skippy. What is it? Skipper, 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 skipper. We've already read this. It's okay to skipper. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What to do with this underling? So we're not going to do any of the behaviours. We can't do any overlord behaviours if we want to get this ending. Assuming, again, I have recorded these correctly. Oh, well, crap, I finally wake up early enough for the start of the stream that an emergency comes up in 10 minutes. I'll try to pop back in. Hope you enjoy the game. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope the emergency isn't too much of an emergency. Hopefully see you later. Grant them the day off. Yeah, you tell them to take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul. A day off should be fine every once in a while. They thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a little while. Being the Overlord sure is great. You awake to the knock at your door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her you never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. I do love her reaction here. It's just, fantastic. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough. How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stay and talk to you more. You feel warm inside as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. That's more than without contempt, isn't it? That's full on stars in her eyes. You wonder what to say. Okay, so again, we can't be antisocial to get this ending. Assuming, again, I have followed the path correctly and taken my notes well enough. Let her stay for a while. Why not? You can't bring yourself to send this maiden away. She just got here. Who knows what she went through to get here? At least she had to interact with your army, and you know your army better than anyone. They're a bunch of scheming, evil, sword-slashing, waving, blood-curdling. Well, actually, they're pretty cute when they're not out trying to kill you. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. You are so glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kinds of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as not to agitate them and get heroes sent after you, because if there's anything we can't stand, it's heroes. That explains why the people of my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You've always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, and that you're actually super evil all the time. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. They're more than exhausting if anyone remembers some of those other endings we've had that have not ended well for the maiden. You can't tell if she's into you or not. They're definitely having a lovely little moment here. It's at sunset as well. Ah, very nice. You notice the sounds of battle have started ringing through your castle halls. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her it's only your underling's roughhousing, no big deal. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. Your army will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero bursts into your room. Oh, dear. Oh dear. I really hope I've copied these down correctly. And by copied down, I do mean gone through and figured it out for myself, because that is what I did. I promise you, I did not find a walkthrough. I stared at the paths until I wrote down all of the combinations I needed. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? The hero just stands there, unsure of himself. He's covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero and out the door. You're not thinking clearly. This one looks so familiar. I feel like I've already gotten it, so maybe I didn't do it correctly. You're not thinking clearly. Seeing your servants' bodies in pieces all strewn about your castle has really taken it out of you. The hero did this? There's so much blood. Why? Did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for the hero to save here. There was never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? The hero starts babbling insincere apologies and excuses, realizing this wrongdoing. You are far beyond hearing that kind of BS. You've had it with these humans always murdering your servants for no reason. You can no longer hold yourself back and lash out at the hero. When you regain control, there is nothing left of the hero. The maiden has fled in terror. Okay, yes, I don't think we've gotten this one before. You are done. Wrathful Overlord End. The Overlord destroys the hero after he destroyed her army. Okay. Reset the stage. Okay, what do we need now? We need a diplomatic hero. Nothing on the maiden, nothing on the underling. And the Overlord has to be... We have to act possessive as the Overlord. But that's the only one. Okay, let's get another Overlord. Let's go! We're the Overlord. It's cushy. Humans are annoying. Heroes are annoying. We don't want to annoy them. We're all new to the Overlord thing, don't understand the politics. But we're just doing our best. We're all doing our best. And we're pretty cool and mature. One of our underlings walks into our room, totally interrupting our thoughts. They want a day off. I think we'll give him one, won't we? Let's give him a day off. Yay, day off for the underling. Oh, he's so happy. Look at him, all sparkly pleased. We're giving a flash and a happy thumbs up. I wonder whether thumbs up actually means what we think it does in demon armies. We find gestures can have very different meanings across cultures, can't they? Oh, you have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a little while. Being the Overlord sure is great. Boopy-doopy-doo. Knocking on the door. We're having the conversation with the maiden we just had. She's cute. Wants to be captured. Thinks it's her destiny. Overlord tells her, don't pay attention to that sort of stuff. Destiny is silly. Oh, she's all sparkly for us. Wants to stay. We feel happy because she likes us, or she looks like she likes us. I hope she likes us. What do we say? We still need to let her stay. We're not being antisocial. We just have to be possessive. Doopy-doopy-doo. Nice long chat, sharing stories. Yay, demons are actually cool. Maybe humans are too, if she's being so nice and thanking me. No, humans aren't cool. Just the maiden's cool. We joke. We're actually super evil, aren't we? I don't think so. No. Can't tell if she's into you or not. Interrupted by another human in your doorway. This time it's a hero. Definitely not covered in blood this time. Nice and squeaky clean. No demon army murdering here. He was apparently searching for the maiden, who was rumoured to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hasn't led to any horrible consequences. There's plenty of time. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. Of course you have a heart. You were just saying at the beginning that you're not actually evil, didn't you? That's what you were saying? You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you. Keep her here. Yes, we'll be possessive. And that will lead to death. We have been possessive before. Have we been possessive with her before? It's been a while since I've been possessive anyway. Let's see what happens. And the last one worked, so apparently I was reading the maps, something like maps, correctly. Keep her here. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. You tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all, and if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step towards the maiden and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that. You had to kill him. You'll be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on. Ooh. Selfish Overlord, and the Overlord keeps the maiden all to herself. It's refreshing getting all of these endings in a row, isn't it? Reset the stage. Next one. Yeah, there's quite a few Overlord ones to get, as I said, sorry. So, I'll do the rest of the Overlords until I reach her sort of final ones. Because, we'll need to get a final decision with her to, get the final ones for the others. Sorry, I completely drifted off there. Oh, goodness me. Yes, because we're still missing one behaviour from the Overlord, but I'll go for that one once I've done these other ones. Oh, I was about to go through again without resetting. Let's, we need nothing for the hero. Nothing for the maiden. Don't need to set those for the Overlord. We need hungry and disloyal for the underling. Okay. Nothing hero, nothing maiden, hungry, disloyal. And we need to be a tyrant. But that's the only one. Okay. Let's be a tyrant. Tyrant time. Skippa, 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 skippa. Still skipping. What do we do with them? We're going to be a tyrant. Tell them to get back to work. You give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice and comfy Overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quick. Just another one of your amazing talents as the Overlord. Oh, you are awakened by one of your underlings. They've brought you a hero who inquires about a missing maiden. You tell him you don't know anything. Humans never really visit this place. He believes you and goes home, to your surprise. You figured he might try to fight you, but you're glad to get back to your nap instead. Nap, 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 until you wake up to something completely unexpected. One of your underlings is tearing your throat out. Oh dear. You try to struggle, but you can tell you're already mortally wounded. What have you done to deserve this kind of ending? You curse at them, choking on your own blood. That is unpleasant. Oh dear. Claws in throat. Claws in throat. Do not like. You die wondering if you could have done anything to prevent this. If you hadn't been a tyrant, I think that would have done it. Oh, but he was still disloyal, so he probably still would have died. Everyone tends to die in this story. Over and over and over again. Assassinated Overlord end. The Overlord wakes up to the underling tearing her throat out. Whoop-de-doo. Reset the stage. Okay. I should be checking these off on my paper. We did that one, we did that one, we did that one. Okay. We're down to the last two for the Overlord. Going through this path will get us to her last choice. I'm pretty sure we just need to find the choice. We don't need to take it immediately, do we? Because I kind of like to do all their true endings last. Okay, let's just set the stage how we need it. We need a trusting hero. We need an obedient and resolute maiden. We need a disloyal underling. And we'll need to be antisocial as the overlord. And we will get to the new option, and I will do the... All I could think was I will do the option of not doing the option. Yes, we'll get the option for a new behavior, and we won't do the behavior. We'll do the other option. Because with the behavior is the true ending. And with the behavior, with this behavior, blank one here, that we don't have for the overlord, that'll give us the true ending for all of them. And we've got 2 more non-true endings of the maiden to get as well. So let's go. Okay, so overlord is just antisocial, and I hope I said it properly. I didn't double check. I'm assuming I did. If not, we'll find out pretty quickly. Well, this art is getting so familiar, but it's still absolutely adorable, isn't it? I suppose it has to be absolutely adorable because we see it over and over and over again. We don't want to get sick of the art. We're not going to get sick of the art. We're granting them the day off. We're not a tyrant this time. Being a tyrant got us killed. But pretty much all of our choices get us killed. Go and refresh your dark soul, my friend. Nap time. Knock on the door. Underling brought company. It's the sweet maiden. Let's jump through our conversation. We like the maiden. She likes us. Everything's wonderful. Let's go. Okay, we are being antisocial, aren't we? Yes. And she's obedient, so she'll wander off. Antisocial. You'd love to have all the conversations in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here will definitely cause trouble. You put on your mean face and tell her to get lost. The maiden does what she's told and takes her leave. Bye-bye, maiden. Shall see you again one day. Hopefully. You figure you may as well go back to bed now. Snooze time. But you don't get to rest for very long. The maiden suddenly bursts into your room, accompanied by a hero. She's trying to frantically communicate something to you, but you're still half asleep. They tell you a group of demons is after your life. You still don't grasp the urgency of the situation. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars. They're followed by another group of demons crying that everything was that first underling's plan. Everyone is shouting over each other now, and it's very annoying. You yell for all of them to shut their traps. You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try to take your throne. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone, to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Saying that made you feel very overlord-like. You aren't sure if you have the strength to back it up, though lately all you do is sleep. Yes, we have noticed that. She's a very nappy overlord. The group of demons starts muttering something about going back to plan A and suddenly slam your door shut. You, the maiden, the hero, and one of your underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. Oh dear, so we have a different option now as the overlord? Because we've all burnt together before. The underling pounds on the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. The hero pounds on the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. Yeah, this is a bit different to what we've had. So this is how you'll die. Burned alive, in your own room, by those you thought you could trust. You should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons, though. You notice the maiden crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. You wonder if you're cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration, you don't even notice that you've grabbed the underling those traitors blamed everything on. They cry for mercy, saying they were dragged into this plot knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cry that they didn't want to have to kill you. You almost feel sorry for them. Okay. So we have the merciful option now. So we can either take retribution or forgive them. So merciful is the behavior, which is forgive them. So let's take retribution. Hopefully merciful will be there as an option so we can run through everyone else's stuff as well. Suppose it doesn't matter anyway. You can always jump back and get it again. Let's take some retribution. Yeah. You pierce their chest with your claws. They scream. The hero backs away. He is wise not to interfere. Well, you know, whether or not he interferes, everyone's gonna burn in the end anyway, so... They've stopped moving, but you keep digging and twisting your claws into them. It doesn't make you feel any better. The underling's corpse burns along with you and the two humans. Spiteful Overlord End. The Overlord murders her underling in cold blood. Oh, spiteful. That's another good word, isn't it? You know, I'm always going on about eldritch, but there's just something... Oh, spite is one of those words that just sort of embodies its meaning, isn't it? Just spite. It's brilliant. Reset the stage. Oh, he didn't get it. That's okay. We just... Oh, let's just have a look-see here. So it's just the true ending left for these guys. Let's just jump over to the maiden. Let's jump over to the maiden. And do her last two before the true ending. Where are you, maiden? Okay, I was about to click on her without resetting everything again. Do not do that. So we need a dutiful and heroic hero. As the maiden, we're going to have to be polite, but nothing else. Nothing on the underling. And nothing on the overlord. Oh, let's give her a go. Maiden. You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the overlord one day because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone. But maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity. Who knows? You're in church. You pray to your god, asking why you have been born into this role of maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if you'd just hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find a demon, just to, see what happens. Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. Shout to come and save you. No, we have to be polite. Introduce yourself. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by a demon already. The demon doesn't seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. Thank you, demon underling. After a long walk to the castle, you were introduced to the overlord, looking very scary in this image. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens, or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out and something awful would happen. Then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe that you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough. You ask the overlord what you should do to be a more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The overlord shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little you realise they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. You realise that must be why you've never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. Wait, what do we have to be again? No, we're not the Overlord. We were the Overlord before, we're the Maiden now. We've been polite, we don't need to be anything else. You've always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same of humans. You may be different, but really they're just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself, but spending time with this Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. But then, a hero barges into the room. He is very bloody. His clothes are stained by a dark liquid. It's dripping from his weapon, too. You realize it must be demon blood. Something horrible has happened. The hero suddenly dashes towards the Overlord, sword drawn. Okay, so we need to do nothing. We're not being a martyr, we do nothing. Do nothing. The hero's blade pierces the Overlord and she lets out a horrible scream. You flinch. The Overlord is slain. The hero smiles and holds out his bloody hand to you, saying it's time to go home. His glove is drenched in blood. Hesitantly, you take his hand. The hero guides you through the castle, past the corpses of his enemies. Sorry, I'm fighting back a yawn here. It doesn't seem appropriate to be yawning as we're walking through the castle, surveying the victims of the hero's blade. It's, yeah. I'm just tired, that's all. I'm not being disrespectful at all, I promise. You try to keep your eyes at your feet. There's blood everywhere. You shut your eyes, but even then you can't escape the smell. All of this was because of you, wasn't it? You exit the castle, and the hero leads you back to the village. Everyone celebrates the hero's great triumph over the demons. You feel sick, but you take part in the festivities regardless. Complacent maiden end. The maiden stands by as the hero slays the Overlord. Reset the stage! Excuse me, I just got a cough. I have finished coughing. Okay, we've got one more maiden end before it's just her true ending left. So... oh dear. Oh wait, can I just have a quick peek at the Overlord? Yep, just the one Overlord end left. Okay, how do we need to do these maiden settings? We need to be diplomatic. We will be polite, but we're controlling that. We need the Overlord to be possessive. Yes, that's right. Sorry, I have not been very tidy with my notes. I wasn't sure whether the underling note I've got here was for this path or the one beneath it. It's for the one beneath it. Okay, so diplomatic hero, possessive Overlord, and we will be polite. And that is all. Very polite. Let's be polite. We're a polite maiden, but we are skipping because we just read all of this. Skipper. We're praying, we're annoyed. Let's go meet a demon. No one's going to read that note. Not long into your little adventure, demon underling appears before you. Pretty scary, but we are polite. We're going to introduce ourselves. Hooray. Tell the demon your name, explain you're from the village. But remember, the demon is not listening, and that is irritating. But they take us there anyway. Hooray. Long walk to the castle. Here's the Overlord. They're confused by our presence. Turns out never any plans to capture anyone, because that would agitate humans, and agitated humans are reckless with swords. You wonder if she might be lying, doesn't seem like it. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm supposed to be captured. I'm not maiden-like enough. The Overlord doesn't understand. She says I'm being a silly. A big silly Billy. Destiny is a silly, silly thing. Makes it sound so simple. The Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. We have stars in our eyes. We want to know everything about her. Hooray! Lots of chatting and talking. Skipper. How's the hero going to show up? We're diplomatic, so he's not going to be covered in blood. That's a nice change. We thought demons were violent, but this Overlord seems like a real sweetheart. He's probably thinking the same thing about me. Can I not tell if she's into me or not either, just like the Overlord? Ah, yes, capture me, please. It's interesting here. We feel free. We like spending time together. We're having a moment. Here's a hero. He's not blood spattered, so that's a plus. You're super surprised to see him at first until you realize he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, the hero asks you what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hasn't led to any horrible consequences. You apologize for causing trouble, but really, didn't anyone read that note you left? Jeez. Is G spelled with a J or a G? For some reason I thought it was with a G, but is it with a J? If it is with a J, I'll have to make some corrections in one of my stories. I seem to remember writing a G's recently, and I spelt it with a G. Hi everyone. Hello, Mary. So lovely to see you. I hope you're well. Yes, I did my bad and theatre homework, and we are cruising through these last few endings. We're definitely gonna get all of them. I say, with hope. The hero asks if you'll return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. But the Overlord objects. Well, the Overlord rejects the hero's suggestion would also work. You tell her you plan on returning soon, but she isn't having it. You feel nervous. The hero puts on a brave face for you. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You leave me no choice. The Overlord suddenly jumps on the hero. She tears into him with her claws. Oh dear. You want to cry out, but the scream catches in your throat. You watch because you can't look away. Oh dear, that is a highly distressed maiden there. And now she is spattered in blood. It's the hero's blood, in case you were wondering. Definitely the hero's blood. Had she really been lying to you all along? You wonder, is this your punishment for questioning the divine plan? The Overlord approaches you now. You back yourself into a corner. Her expression is complicated. Being captured by the Overlord in a horrible way like this was your destiny after all. She vows to keep you very safe from now on. You're afraid to find out what that means, but there's no one left to save you. You belong to the Overlord now. Captured maiden and A. The maiden becomes the property of the Overlord. Hooray! We are maiden property. Reset the stage. Okay. So, 37 of 41. So, hero, just the true ending. Maiden, just the true ending. You must really be enjoying my tragedies. We are, friend. We're having lots of fun. Just the true ending. I'm guessing this is the true ending because it's further along than all the others. And the Overlord's true ending, which we have to do first to get this last behavior. So let's do it. How do we need to set this up? Boopy doopy doo. So we need a trusting hero, an obedient and resolute maiden, a disloyal underling, and an antisocial Overlord. But except we're controlling that, so we don't need to set it, do we? Antisocial, and when we run into the choice, we have to be merciful. Okay, let's do this. We'll be the Overlord. This is our last run with the Overlord, so we've got to enjoy it. I probably won't read all of them out that we've gone through a few times with the Overlord today. Okay, we're the Overlord. Hooray! Humans are still annoying. Heroes are still annoying. Why don't they leave us alone? But we can be cool even if they can't. Oh, here's an underling. Hello, you're interrupting me, but you're cute. What do you want? Oh, you're bored? Really? Yeah, okay. Your whining's annoying, but... We're not a tyrant. We're only antisocial. Give them the day off. You tell them to take a break. Refresh the dark soul. Hooray. Look how cheerful he is, skipping out of the door. Scurrying away. We're gonna nap. The Overlord has indeed noted at least once now that she does tend to sleep a lot. So I'm hoping, yeah, it's just because she likes sleeping as opposed to there being some sort of illness, some sort of ailment causing this excessive sleepiness. Did I say excessive or successive? I can't remember. What's happening? Oh, you'll wait to knock on your door. The underling from earlier's brought back some company. It's the maiden. Hello, lovely maiden. Let's chat again. You're sweet. I don't want to capture you. You don't have to worry about destiny. Wants to chat. Warmth. She's sparkly for me. But we're going to be antisocial. People like it when we're antisocial with them, don't they? They like me being a tsundere. We're a tsundere overlord. Let's go home. Go home. You'd love to have all the conversations in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here will cause trouble. Bye-bye. Mean face. Go away. Okay, she says, and takes her leave. Nap time again. Yay. But you don't get to rest for very long. The maiden suddenly bursts into your room accompanied by a hero. She's trying to frantically communicate something to you, but you're still half asleep. There's demons after my life. I don't quite grasp it because I am still super sleepy. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars. They're followed by another group of demons crying out that it was the first underling's plan. Yeah, everyone's shouting over each other now. It's very annoying. Everyone, be quiet. You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try to take your throne. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone, to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Saying that made you feel very overlord-like. You aren't sure if you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately, all you do is sleep. The group of demons starts muttering something about going back to plan A and suddenly slam your door shut. We're all about to catch on fire again. We're all trapped together and we're burning. We're burning again. Everything is on fire. The underlings pounding the door, cursing their friends. The heroes pounding the door, shouting threats. So this is how you'll die, burnt alive in your own room by those you thought you could trust. You should have seen this coming. You notice the maiden crying. It's not fair that she has to die over something with nothing to do with her. I cursed her, didn't I? It was me. I cursed her. You wonder if you're cursed as well. Well, probably, given all these deaths you've been going through. You're so filled with anger and frustration, you don't even notice that you've grabbed the underling those traitors blamed everything on. I paused in exactly the wrong place there. You don't even notice that you've grabbed the underling those traitors blamed everything on. Much better. They cry for mercy, saying that they were dragged into this plot knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cry that they didn't want to have you killed. You almost feel sorry for them. Okay, time to be merciful, because then we'll get the true endings with everyone else too. Okay, forgive them. You release the underling. Killing them wouldn't make you feel any better, but we're all going to burn anyway. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. You'll all burn together. Overlord's true end. You'll all burn together. So that's everyone's true end, I guess. Everyone burns together. Who are we going to burn with next? Oh! Before you're taken back to reset the story once more, you pause for a moment. This is new. We're pausing. True end, you say to yourself. What was the point of all my effort if the true ending is this terrible? You must have forgotten where you were. This is bad end theatre. That's suddenly very ominous music. Oh dear, when I got out of the shower today, I was by the door. I kept hearing this strange sound. Like this long sort of pauses followed by a and my first thought was, wondering, okay, what is that? But the second thought was, this sounds like horror movie music. Someone's coming. And my next thought was, oh my goodness, it's Pyramid Head. and I was just sort of braced. But then I remembered the laundry is next to the bathroom, and it was the washing machine. So I'm left wondering, why do I assume Pyramid Head before washing machine? Oh, I haven't even played Silent Hill 2, but still, Pyramid Head. Okay, it's the Bad End Theatre. Is the pain setting in? Oh, but you should have been well aware of what you'd be shown when you entered this place. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point, you grew attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, their plights. You started wishing for their happiness. But you aren't going to find that here in my theatre, my lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyway, I hope you'll pardon the interruption. You're making great progress. The choice to continue on to the next ending is always yours. I'll leave you to it, dear guest. A letter flutters down from behind the curtain. You found lost letter 4. Reset the stage. Unlocked all of the actors' behaviours. We're a puppet master. Hooray. Okay. So, who do we want to get the true ending with next? Let's go with the hero or the underling, and we'll do the maiden last since we've had a few with her. Let's go with the underling. What settings do we need? Where's the underling? Okay, so we need trusting. We need polite, obedient, and resolute. We'll be disloyal, and we need antisocial and merciful. Okay, this should do it. We just need to be disloyal as the underling. Disloyal. Okay. Checking my notes again, because I need to double check things, triple check things, quadruple check things. It's hard to get things done sometimes. Let's be an underling. You are a demon underling, in service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. It does seem like an odd thing for friends to tell you, doesn't it? Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring at nothing. You feel like you're going to go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She's surprisingly cool with it. Nice. You set off on your adventure outside the castle. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. As you make your way along the path to the nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She greets you and says she has a favour to ask. You consider your options. We are not going to eat her. We're going to hear her out because we only want to be disloyal. Hear her out. You're in a good mood today and are rather curious about what the maiden has to say. Humans don't usually talk to you, so this is kind of exciting. You hadn't guessed it would even be possible to understand each other before now. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. Seems he's paying a lot more attention in his version than the maiden's version. The bottom line, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. We've finished rolling around in the grass. What else are we supposed to do? Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. They seem to be getting along just fine, so you decide it's about time for a nap. All the demons seem very sleepy. Is it just a... what's the word? I was about to say habit, but habit's not the word I want. A demon's wired somehow to need lots of naps. Is it metabolic? That's the word I was looking for. Is it something metabolic to do with demons? They all need plenty of naps. Oh, you don't get to sleep very long. Your friends wake you up. Rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them what their deal is. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're going to get rid of the current Overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or out. and being a pretty lazy underling, you of course reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead?" Skip it. Like we've been skipping things. Is that meant to be a joke, or am I reading too much into that? Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. You just told me your cause. Okay, so we're going to be disloyal, otherwise we'll die. Okay, let's kill the Overlord. You tell them you were just joking and clarify that you are totally in it to win it. They say you are always terrible with jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the Overlord, you know how bad it would be to end up on the wrong side of things. And if this assassination deal doesn't pan out, you can always pretend you were innocent all along. Let me tell you, friend, that never turns out well. But beneath your shield of faux confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. You should be worried. I think I know what your true ending is. You follow your friends outside the castle to talk more about the plan. You're curious if they have any idea how they want to go about this. How they want to go about this. Sorry about that. They figured they'd just lock her in a room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. That could go wrong in so many ways. You realise your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs. I forgot the word thug existed the other day. I needed it several times as I was writing. I spent ages trying to think of an alternative. It was only afterwards I remembered, yes, thugs. This word exists. It, would have saved me a lot of trouble to remember that sooner. Your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs, useless without someone's guidance. Your guidance. They'd probably be casualties if you fought her head on, and while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. None of his friends look very impressed, do they? And again, the word friends seems to be pretty strong in this situation. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the assassin. You really didn't want it to come down to this. Oh no, yawning. Yawning over an assassination plot. But you can't back down now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. Oh, you and your friends turn to notice a pair of humans have overheard your entire conversation. They take off into the castle. Are they headed to the Overlord's room? F! The Overlord will kill you for sure if she found out you were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Sure enough, the maiden's already frantically telling the Overlord everything, but she is very confused. Just woken up plainly with a, huh? Huh? You shout that the humans are liars. Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. They cry that it was all your idea, that you were just going with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plans. Do they really look like they'd be scared of us? This cute little underling. What, is the Overlord going to buy it? You can't believe they'd tell the Overlord such a blatant lie. You always knew better than to trust them. You're the one who didn't have a choice here. You all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence. Oh look, the hero's shouting too. Is he? Oh no, he's just alarmed. Very alarmed. I have to do my Overlord again. Sorry, I was just trying to remember how many times I've read this yet. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone, to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You doubt her strength. You hear your traitorous friends mutter something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. Oh no, I'm about to yawn again. The whole room's about to catch on fire, isn't it? You're trapped in here with the Overlord and the two humans. And we're on fire! You pound on the door. I keep laughing at the room catching on fire. That's not an indication of what I would do should a room actually catch fire, I promise you. I think it's happened so many times now. Oh no, more yawning. It is just past midnight. Oh, dearie me. Pound on the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins you, vowing to slay the lot of them. You wish you'd get that chance. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You were forced into this mess. You're sure now that they would have killed you if you'd sided with her. To your surprise, the Overlord spares you. Or maybe she'd rather see you suffer instead. Looking around, you've just gone from one dead end to another. The maiden is crying. The hero is silent. You'll all burn together. We'll all go together when we go. Underlings, true ending, you'll all burn together. We're going to get exactly the same message from... Yep. Oh? No. No matter the perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. Oh, I guess so. You couldn't resist seeing it for yourself, though, could you? I wonder what will happen when you collect them all. Ooh, what will? Will we get at least one chance for a good ending? Probably not, given its bad end theatre, and the creator has been very, very, very firm and resolute in that they will not give us any good endings. What'll happen? Will you give in to despair? Or... A letter flutters down from behind the curtain. You found lost letter 3. Reset the stage. Okay, we'll do the hero next. So the hero... What do we need to do? We need to... Well, we just have to be diplomatic, I think. We need a polite maiden. A disloyal hero. Disloyal hero? Disloyal underling. No option to be a disloyal hero. That would possibly make for an interesting scenario, though. And... Oh, wait, no. I was looking at the wrong one. Was I? No. Yes? I'm confused. Okay. No. Maiden. Nothing on the maiden. Nothing on the maiden. Disloyal on the underling. Antisocial and merciful. Oh, dear. Am I sure I've got this right? Doesn't sound correct to have nothing on the hero, nothing on the maiden. Let's just have a quick peek at the hero's true ending. Poopy doopy doo. Disloyal. Diplomatic. Yeah, that's what it says. That's what it says. Disloyal. Antisocial. Are we antisocial? Ag! Check that again. Check it again. No, not antisocial. Just merciful and disloyal. That's all we need. Assuming I did my homework correctly. Let's give it a go. Haven't seen you for a while, hero. Let's run it. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary aside from the occasional heroic adventures, fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You were told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even puts a village right next to an entire demon army? You don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. Look at us, how cool we are. With our belted headband. Nothing says hero like a belted headband. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. Ah, demon soldiers! Should we kill them? Oh no, I think we're going to flee like a coward, aren't we? Yes, we're diplomatic. We're fleeing. We're running. Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life. There's no point of having, pride if you're not alive, is there? I suppose plenty of people would argue that. Will plenty of people argue that maintaining your pride is more important than your life? I suppose it depends on the situation, doesn't it? But you can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you'll ever be able to rescue that maiden all on your own if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. You'll take your chances at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. Off we go. Hello! After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You're faced by an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. We have to be diplomatic, don't we? Yes, diplomatic. We're diplomatic. Ask if they'll let you in. You go up to the nearest demon and explain why you've come here. This demon, I can't quite decide his expression and how he looks. At first glance, he looks a little friendly, but then that smile and the eye just make him look a bit seedy, actually. Oh dear. It's like he's pretty much eyeing the hero up. Let's just hope that he's a friendly demon. He's friendly. Oh no, staring us down. We're very uncomfortable. Oh dear. We explain why we come here. We're being stared down, potentially eyed up. We're very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord and the maiden seem to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Yes, we're not heroic. We're asking, what's happening? The maiden explains she was never captured. I came here myself. That was a pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. Just wait. You ask her to return to town with you to reassure everyone of her safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you casually exit the castle. You pause when you see a group of suspicious demons standing near the entrance. They're talking about assassinating their Overlord. This proves to you that demons really are foul creatures. We have to tell her about this. You don't understand what the maiden is thinking. The world is better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. And you just seem to indicate that the Overlord seemed pretty cool. Or at least, not murderous. And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The maiden takes off into the castle and you have no choice but to follow. You burst into the Overlord's room. The maiden frantically tries to communicate what you just overheard. They both must have very good senses of direction if they're able to find their way back to the Overlord after, only walking that way once. A demon underling barges in next, calling you liars. It's followed by the group from the entrance, who shift the blame back onto the little one. These demons only care about themselves. How low can they be? You begin shouting at them. Oh, the hero is shouting at them. Not just being alarmed. We're shouting. And the whole room dissolves into noise until the Overlord yells for everyone to shut their traps. I'm sure yells in the most respectful and kind way possible. She threatens them with violence. This Overlord is no better than her subjects. You grip your sword tightly. If you had to cut through everyone here to get this maiden to safety, you certainly will. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the runt of the litter behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. That seems very poor design as well. Why would a ruler's room have only one exit? Shouldn't there have been like a secret passageway under the bed or something? Or vanished into the wall? Thought old castles were huge on old wall exits. Shouldn't we be able to pull one of these torches and the wall open and we can escape into an internal passage? We have a terrible feeling about this. And we should. We are now on fire. Again. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? The underling pounds on the door, upset that it's been betrayed. You join in, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. The next moment, the Overlord has taken hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. Is she going to kill it as retribution? It continues to cry and make excuses, but the Overlord does nothing. To your surprise, she lets it go. Are demons capable of mercy? I guess it doesn't matter now. You'll all burn together. And we're burning again. Hero's true end. You'll all burn together. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter 1. Reset the stage. Look at that. 40 of 41. We are almost there. Is there a way to read the letters? One ending remains. Will it be good or bad? Well, I wonder. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, here are the lost letters. We have a look. My love. It just isn't fair at all, is it? For them to force us apart like this, it's unreasonable. Cruel. I had to find an outlet for this grief somehow. So I decided to write, and I'll keep writing till the day you find me once more. And then, maybe we could write a story together. I'm waiting for that day. Forever yours, Tragedy. Huh. Wondering whether we should get 2 and then read them all in a row. I'm assuming we'd be able to do that. Well, I'm hoping anyway. Let's set the scene for the maiden. Okay, so we need the diplomatic. We need disloyal. Doopy-doopy-doo. I think we need antisocial. Do we? Yes, it looks like it. Antisocial and merciful, disloyal, diplomatic, and we just have to be polite. I think that's what we got. Okay, are we ready for the last ending? Oh, here are the letters. We can read them from here. I missed that. Okay. You ready for the last ending? I've already asked that. Let's go. You're a maiden. We live in a peaceful village. We've run through the maiden stuff a couple of times, so let's skip a skipper. Skipper. Only short skippers. I don't want to do the... No skip buttons. That keeps coming back and biting me. Meeting a demon sounds cool. Let's do it. Leave a note. I'm sure everyone will read it. Hello, little demon. You're scary, but I'm going to be polite. And that's the only behavior I'll do. Oh dear. Let's go and meet the Overlord. Please listen to me, little underling. Oh, he does. He takes me to the Overlord. Hello. She squints at us. We're chatting. Doesn't want to capture me. She's not lying. I am downhearted. I'm despondent. Just look at me. Look how despondent I am. We've been lied to, or maybe we're just not maiden-like enough. The Overlord says, nah, you're a lovely maiden, but destiny, yeah, forget about it. Not important. We like her. Let's chat. She tells us to get lost. How rude. We just got here. Oh dear, so we don't have to be obedient, do we? No, we refuse to leave. No, you put your foot down and tell her you're not going anywhere. You still want to fulfill your destiny, even if you have to make that happen on your own. She's a little frustrated at your stubbornness, but doesn't kick you out or anything. Hooray! The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little you realize they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. She commanded her demons to avoid human towns and villages, didn't want to risk giving them any excuse to send a hero. Oh, that's why no demons have attacked our town. Thank you very much. She tells us to stop raising humans. Yeah, I see where she's coming from. You always thought demons were violent and unreasonable, but the Overlord could say the same of humans, definitely. May be different, but really they're just trying to live their lives, same as you. Let's all come to an understanding together, and maybe we can live in harmony. Or maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home? You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself. Spending time with this Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. As you think that, a hero enters the room. You're surprised to see him at first, until you realize he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, the hero asks you what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. You apologize for causing trouble, but really, didn't anyone read the note you left? Jeez. The hero asks if you'll return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you give her a little wave as you exit the room. You'll be back soon. Oh no, you're coming. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Near the castle's entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her. But the hero shakes his head. He says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them. Sorry, fewer than them. Fewer of them. Fewer. It's fewer. I'm sorry, I'm a little obsessive with the punctuation, and the less and the fewer can be, yes, less and fewer. In this situation, it's fewer. This isn't right, you think. What kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? The demons have taken notice of you. It's now or never. You take off into the castle, and the unreliable hero follows shortly after. You burst into the Overlord's room, all your words spilling out at once. You should probably slow down, but there's no time. The Overlord seems to have followed your frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. The underling you recognize from before barges in, calling you a liar. You're surprised they were a part of this evil plot. They seemed so nice. The other demons come in right after them, saying the whole thing was the first underling's idea. Everyone's shouting at each other now. It's really stressing you out. You are relieved when the Overlord demands silence. She threatens them with violence, and you think she is very Overlord-like in this moment. Yes, she's impressed. The hero wasn't impressed. The maiden's impressed. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the little one behind. Oh dear, the little one. Oh, sorry. Small. He's so small. He watches it pounds on the door in distress. Have they locked you all in? You have a bad feeling about this. For good reason, we're on fire. We're on fire for the final time, hopefully. Unless we get a secret ending, which also ends with us on fire. Yep, engulfed in flames, thinking it must have jinxed it. We jinxed the whole thing. If only you'd ignored those demons before, you and the hero wouldn't have stumbled into this situation. I'm yawning again. Fire yawns. If you had just pretended not to hear them, if you left as you were told, only the Overlord would have been killed. But you couldn't have done that. That path isn't an option for you. It was never an option. It was never an option. You think that no matter what, you'll always strive for the path where everyone survives. If it must exist, it simply must. Okay, it feels sort of poignant that we're finishing on this one then, doesn't it? The Overlord seizes her underling. They beg for their life. You pray. You don't know what else to do, so you just pray. The Overlord spares the underling. You feel relieved, but does it make any difference? Will you all burn together? Yep. Maiden's true end. Oh, will you all burn together? Question mark. Okay. Yeah, I came in on the new ending. This is the last ending, assuming we don't get a secret one. Hello, Reaper. Yes, I've, yeah, that's 41. How are you? A letter flutters down from beyond the curtains. What? Yes, I'm sorry. I did homework. I figured out how to get all the endings. Because, you know, if I was playing the game, not streaming it, I would have sat down and figured them all out anyway. So, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You found Lost Letter 2. I just woke up and fed the cat. Oh, look at that. It can't end like this. We've got something else. We've got something else. We'll look at the rest of the letters that we've found when we can. But yes, secret ending. Secret ending? Secret ending? You want to answer the maiden's prayers. You've decided to find a way to save everyone. Oh, do I have to find it? Oh, I don't think I can find it. But retracing the paths you've seen so far, there doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. Is there really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end? If there's nothing you can do by acting from within their story, oh dear, what's happening? Maybe it's time to take things into your own hands. Uh-oh. This isn't a good idea. This is not a good idea. Ah! Ah! Okay, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm very, very nervous. Okay. Let's read the letters, then we'll save, and then we'll see what is happening. My love, I finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right. I opened up my very own theatre. You would be so proud. If you could only see it. I know how much it would have meant to you to be at my side on opening night. I'm sorry for going ahead without you, but I thought if my theatre could become world famous, then maybe you just might hear of it. Wherever you are. Forever yours, Tragedy. Okay, letter 3. My love, I've been feeling a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to my theatre, but none so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand. My stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you've always listened to the very end. I'm grateful for that. Hope to see you again soon. Forever yours, Tragedy. Yay, we're in the story now. We are. But I am so very nervous. So very nervous. Last letter. Oh, my love. Do you remember when we first met? I had just finished one of my scripts. One I was quite proud of, in fact. As I read it aloud, you happened to pass by. What a terrible ending, you said. Why should these poor fools have to die? You were so rude. You wouldn't accept any of my justifications. And yet, you managed to convince me. It really would be better if everyone could live in harmony, however unrealistic that felt. I look back fondly on that day, even now. I wonder if, somewhere, you're thinking of it too. Forever yours, Tragedy. Let's save. Save. Overwrite save. Okay. Return to character select. Yes, please. Blue is scared. You boldly insert yourself into the story and use your incredible powers to warp everyone to safety. That's not a very realistic way to do it. Come on. You didn't know you could do that. But what's going on here? You take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are you. But why are you pitch black? You feel that this body doesn't accurately represent you, but you move past it. The hero, maiden, underling, and overlord have been staring at you too. They look like they don't really know what they're supposed to do right now. You guess that's because you're usually the one guiding them. What will you say to them? Oh dear. 2 options. Hi guys, I've come to save you. I feel like we've got to go with the I've come to save you. If we can do it again, we can do hi guys, but first up, I've come to save you. You explain to the group that you've witnessed their many terrible intertwining fates, and now you're searching for a good ending. Of course, this makes no sense to any of them. Only the maiden understands your compassion. My prayers have been answered. You must be... her god? No. You're merely the player. If there was any god here, there'd be the final boss. Is that foreshadowing? That's just how these role-playing games go. Now you realize what the real true ending must be. Now, enough of this. I admit, I've been encouraging you all along, but a self-insert story? How passé. No way. You watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. Hello, tragedy. You didn't honestly believe you were the only one who could force your way onto this stage, did you? I am the narrator, storyteller, god of this world. Call me Tragedy, if you'd like. Darkness envelops your party. You don't mind if I send each of them back to relive one of their many bad endings, right? You're alone in the darkness with me, Tragedy. I think I read one of these previous ones with the wrong intonation because they're the narrator, but they're also here now, so I think I did something wrong there. I sincerely hope you've been enjoying your time in my theatre. Though I can't abide you stealing the show without permission. It's quite disrespectful. I'm sick of all these bad endings, or I want to see something new. Let's be a bit more positive. I want to see something new. Are you trying to say my bad endings have gone out of style? You have some nerve. You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending. Yes, I'm getting all confused with the role of the narrator. Yes, the narrator is separate The narrator is narrating for us, but they're also speaking for themselves, so I'm getting a little mixed up here. You think narrating me, you think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending. It's all that's left for you, isn't it? Well, this does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me what you've got. Uh-oh. Time to fight God. The stage is set for your final battle against me, the god of this world. You can't narrate me, I'm the narrator. Exactly. But yes, yes, it was an accident, I promise. I am very nervous. Whoops, typo, but you get it. I do. What will you do? How will you fight against tragedy itself? I'd love to see it. How do we fight against tragedy? I would say, let's attack. You try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage. You don't truly exist in this world after all. Oh, is that all? You'll never defeat me like that. Wait, let me try that again. Defend. You try closing your heart to protect yourself, but it doesn't make you feel any better. Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here. Behold my beautifully tragic tales. Doesn't seeing them all again make your heart ache? You've witnessed all 41 of my painstakingly crafted endings. You must be as much of a masochist as me. I love this. Me too. I'm still worried. It still feels like it's going to actually, you know... I don't know if there's a correct way to do this. I commend your thoroughness. Surely these characters have a special place in your heart. They're still suffering backstage, you know. It's a shame they couldn't make it here to the end of the world. We're ending the world? That seems like, overkill. That's right, you came here to save them. You can't do this alone. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not sure I want to do this. Let's summon. Call for your friend. Let's call. You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see the fire contained to the torches on the walls. When you close the door behind you, the Overlord rises from her slumber. Who are you? Have you come to reside in my castle and serve me? You explain that, no, you're not here to serve her. It's more like you've come to do her a favour. You ask why she spends all day sleeping instead of commanding her demon army. She laughs in response. Many of my underlings certainly think I should be more aggressive with the humans, like my father before me. Oh, it is a hereditary line. I didn't realise that. Excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. Throat. I should have some water. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. There's a reason I had to destroy him. Oh, you destroyed him. I almost said nice. You can't help but think it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory. I have no interest in waging war on the humans. I merely wish to be left alone, to live a peaceful, indulgent life in my castle. You realize she must actually be very lonely, only surrounded by soldiers instead of friends. No wonder she gets so attached to the maiden. The true end for the Overlord suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. My own attempts at peace have been rather imperfect. If you offer a solution, then very well, I will follow you. The Overlord will now fight alongside you. I see. So this is tragedy. Ah, you've brought the Overlord. I don't stand a chance now. Is that sarcastic? You've prevented me from attaining peace for long enough. Prepare to die. Ha ha ha. I hope you're prepared to face your deaths as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Ah. I'm glad we saved it. We use ambition or brutality, or should we summon someone? Let's try attacking first to see what happens. Should we attack with ambition or brutality? Let's go with ambition. I'll reach my true ending with my own power. The Overlord uses her ambitious nature to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Okay. Let's get everyone. Okay. You approach the gates of the Overlord's castle. The underling is on guard duty as expected. They call out to you. The other demon guard is sound asleep. Hey, you're a pretty weird-looking intruder. What do you want? You explain that, no, you're not an intruder, although you're definitely intruding into their story right now. You tell the underling you've come to save them from tragedy. Okay, try saving me from boredom first. I hate this job. The underling snickers. You ask what kind of job they'd rather have. Well, it'd be best if I didn't have to work at all. I just want to live a carefree life and never get bossed around or picked on. Don't we all, friend? You think of the underling's friends who had bullied them into an assassination ploy only to betray them in the end. If they kept better company, maybe they wouldn't feel so restless. The true ending for the underling suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change their fate. So there's a way that even work can be fun? Sounds fake, but I'll tag along with you, just in case. The underling will now fight alongside you. Wait, what the F? You didn't say anything about a boss battle. The underling, You must be desperate to call on such an unreliable ally. If I beat this guy up, all my problems will be over. Oh, but it won't be that easy. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Ouch. Yeah, let's just summon everyone. Let's go in reverse. You happen to find the maiden as she exits the church, her heart set on meeting a demon. Perfect timing. She approaches you, having already taken notice of your odd form.
Excuse me, are you a traveller? I've never seen anyone like you before.
You explain that, no, you're not a traveller. Well, maybe you are in a sense. You've come all this way. The maiden regards you with excited curiosity.
Then perhaps you might be a demon? I was hoping I would meet one today.
Excuse me for a moment. Need to cough. And I'm back. You think of all the terrible fates that hope would bring about. She's the catalyst of this story after all. I definitely said that wrong. Hold on. You think of all the terrible fates that hope would bring about. She's the catalyst of this story after all.
My role as a maiden is to be captured by the Overlord. But, you see, I've grown so tired of waiting.
You remember this part. She wanted to understand her role better, and so you ask what it is she's really hoping to gain from this. The maiden is confused by your question. Perhaps it was as simple as wanting to reach the place she felt like she belonged. The true end for this maiden suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate.
If there's something I can do to find fulfillment, then please, guide me.
The maiden will now fight alongside you.
What is this horrible creature?
You wound me, dear maiden. Is tragedy really such a terrible thing to behold?
I remember now. I remember all the awful things you put us through.
Then this should be familiar to you as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Oh dear. Ouch. Okay. Hero time, and then we'll try attacking. You find the hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table. Ah. Your sudden intrusion scares the heck out of the poor guy. Are you some kind of demon? You explain that, no, you're not a demon. You're... How can you explain it in a way the hero can understand? Instead, you ask what he's sewing. Oh, this? I craft all my own hero gear. Oh, good on you. You sense his pride in his hobby. You wonder if the costumes are what attracted him to the role of hero. He sews his own clothes. He does. Would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any. Yeah. You remember the state of your body and decide that, yes, some clothes from the hero would be nice. We probably should have summoned him first so he could get some clothes. Except we've been meeting everyone in our darkened, naked form. He's overjoyed by your answer. Oh, he's all sparkly. Apparently his outfits are too gaudy for the other townsfolk. No one else wants them. Oh, dear. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. You have a beautiful heart. The true end for the hero suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change his fate. I could make a living as a tailor rather than a hero? Please tell me what I can do to reach that dream. The hero will now fight alongside you. I agreed to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this. Imagine the hero of any story being a tailor. That sounds like a challenge. Oh, well, I do have one story that I started writing quite a long time ago. It's not a quest or anything, but most of the main characters in it, or the main character and his friends, they're not tailors per se, but they all learn how to sew really, really well. You know, it's part of their job to be sort of clothes designers on top of other things. It might count. That's another one I don't know when I'll get to, because it's apparently from when I was slightly edgier, so I may have to tweak it a little bit to bring it into line with current blue. Okay. The hero has arrived. We really couldn't have a final boss battle without him. You're the one who's been killing us. Murderer! I can't truly call myself a hero or a tailor until I see you defeated. Oh, the only one I can think is closest the thief and the cobbler, not the sneaky universal version though. I don't think I've seen her. Any version. Huh. We'll see about that. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Everything's on fire. Ouch. Ha ha ha, now the whole party's here. Can you solve my final puzzle? Probably not. Oh no. Which combination of behaviors will open the path to your true ending? Show me. Oh dear. Oh dear, I'm not gonna get this, am I? Is it just all of them? Oh, I forgot I can't. Dag it. Dang. Diggity dang. Oh, has violence really been working out for you so far? I'll show you my own brutality. Ouch. Oh no, we're in trouble. Oh, but ambition stayed. Okay, so it's just one for all of them, I guess. Let's try justice for the hero. The hero tries using his belief in justice to fight tragedy. That justice applies to you too, does it not? Will you pay for your own misdeeds? Oh dear. Ouch. Okay, that one didn't light up, so it's got to be willpower. Your reign of terror ends here, tragedy. I refuse to give in. The hero uses his willpower to overcome tragedy. We're gonna get there. Tragedy is reeling. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, it's those two. Let's go with tenacity for the underling. Let's try. Knock me down and I'll just come back stronger. The underling uses their tenacity to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Okay. I think, should we go with hope or kindness? Oh, it was supposed to be mainly as a silent animation film. It was the creator's magnum opus, but he was running out of money and he was getting old. The movie took years and it was never finished. Oh dear, that's sad. Let's try hope. Our true endings do exist. Oh, that's not my maiden voice.
Our true endings do exist. They simply must.
The maiden hopes with all her heart to overcome tragedy. This is it. With everyone's hearts united, you take aim towards your best possible futures. Oh, at some point it was finished by a different studio and Universal picked it up, shoved some celebrity voices over everything and tried to make it a classic unexpected hero's tale. Oh dear. Save a princess, defeat an evil guy. Oh dear. Beware. You unleash one final attack to destroy tragedy once and for all. But he has infinite HP. Down we go. I can stop panicking now. Ha 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 ha. You've done it. You've managed to defeat me. A tragic ending for tragedy itself. love it. I must thank you all for fulfilling your roles perfectly. Thank you, Hero, starring Hero as himself. Thank you, Maiden, starring Maiden as herself. Thank you, Underling, starring Underling as themselves. Thank you, Overlord, starring Overlord as herself. Enough of this nonsense. We defeated you, so die already. Don't worry. I'll be making my exit shortly. Written and produced by Tragedy. Directed by you. Finally, thank you most of all. We couldn't have made it here without you. Yay! Go die. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yes, my bad end theatre did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize for antagonizing you for so long. I wanted to deliver a satisfying story. Was I able to do it? I wonder. I'm satisfied. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Happy endings shouldn't always come easily. Reality is not so kind. But you've earned this one. Here's your true ending. You conquered tragedy and freed the actors from the terrible fates. Your true ending. Yay, we finished a game! Hooray! Hooray, hooray! Soriata music by Nom Nom Nami. Thank you, Nom Nom Nami. It was wonderful. That was a good time, wasn't it? Oh, look. The underling seems to be doing a fashion show. Ooh, song. Oh, Overlord's meeting the town. That's so cute. So cute. Neither look very happy about it, though. Oh, and we're together in the Overlord's castle. Ah, Maiden and Overlord together forever. Hooray. Ooh, it's the script, is it? Bad End Theatre script. Oh, look, a feather. This is a Vocaloid. It sounds like it, doesn't it? It does, it does. Supported by many patrons. Hooray. It is us, standing before the Bad End Theatre. We have weathered the Bad End Theatre. Yay. Oh, look at all those hideous fates. They're so pretty, though. Isn't that a lovely image, lovely imagery there? Oh, is that our good endings? Yay, good endings. Look so happy and bright. Hey, look, a flower. Whose flower is that? Your true end. Yay. Oh dear, when's the last time I actually finished a game to completion? Either exit the theatre or something's missing. Let's just go to something's missing. Oh, you're still here. The curtains have closed for the final time. I'm shutting down my theatre. There are no more tragedies left for me to tell after all. Oh. Ask Tragedy its story. Me? The movie's over, go home. You'd like to know why I started this theatre? Haha, because I am obsessed with bad endings, of course. Remove the mask. You gently raise your fingers to the cracks in my mask. Piece by piece, it falls apart in your hands, revealing...
It's a flower.
I should have warned you. This might affect what you think of my stories. You can't help but compare my face to the maiden's. I'm not her, but it's not like she isn't me, necessarily. That's how it is with fiction. Yeah, sorry, that resonates. Would you like to hear, not another ending, but the truth? Tell me. All right, one last story. You may already know this, but it doesn't have a happy ending. First, I'll set the stage. In this world, there are no such thing as demons, or even heroes, really. There was a girl eager to set out to fulfill some sort of destiny. That part was true. She met someone, another girl. A running theme, isn't it? The maiden and the overlord. The two were inseparable, and for a time, everything was just wonderful. But their families, the communities they came from, neither could approve of their relationship. That is the reality for many. This pair was no different. Despite their best efforts, the world was intent on pulling them apart. We. We used to like the types of stories where love conquers all, where the strength of your love will pull you through any hardship and everything is okay in the end. I lost her, and then I started this theatre. But this story does have a happy ending. Let's go with does have a happy ending. Huh? I was hoping to find you. Look who we are.
It's you.
Oh, it's so sweet. It's been so long.
I thought I'd never see you again.
You always think of the worst endings. I wasn't about to give up just because things got difficult.
Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner? I feel like such a fool.
I could say the same to you. Oh dear. You know I could never resist giving your stories a happy ending. So of course I would be drawn to a place like this.
Yes, but I didn't think it would actually work.
Sometimes everything does turn out okay in the end.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
Sorry, my voices have just been jumping around. It's hard to keep track of who is who and who is narrating and everything.
I love you.
I love you too.
Aww, yay.
Now truly everyone can live happily ever after. Tragedies end. I've missed you, my darling.
Oh, yay.
That feels complete. That's a good end. That's a good end. And we're back to the theatre. Okay. Let's jumpity jump over here to say our goodbyes. Ooh. Ngag. Sorry, I'm just minimizing the game. I'm over here. I'll come over here. Look, have we actually seen all of my outfit before? Let's just... up we go. Wee! And there. Oh, no, keep going. There are my boots. Oh, look, I can do the VTuber thing. Let's go down. I have boots. Yay, cool boots. Down and down. Wee! It's my pretty dress and my pretty jacket thing. And my tie and my hat, and down we go. And back. Yay. Here we are. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? And we finished a game. Hooray. That means next game we should probably finish up Slay the Princess, because we've left that hanging as well. And I can never remember anything. I'm going to have to give myself more watch hours by going through and remembering everything that's happened so far. So we'll finish Slay the Princess. And I think we've been away from Stanley long enough. We'll probably just start Stanley again if we wanted to play it. And I've got a bunch of random little games I've been wondering about playing. I do need to find some more visual novels because I'm very much enjoying them. I think I added a whole bunch to my wish list because they were recommended to me because they saw I was playing a lot of them, but have not purchased them. I did just buy the new version of Persona 3, which I would love to stream, and I know it's okay to stream because I've looked that one up several times, But given I don't do gaming streams every week, it just feels like it would take absolutely forever. So unless I can start streaming more, I should probably steer clear of that for now. Oh well. Oh no, sorry. Background music's now on. Sorry, I've still got the game music playing in my ears, so I didn't think to put the background music on. Dearie me. So yes, games. Next week, what should we do? What should we do next week? I was wondering whether to do that, not quite a game, but the stream where I try to write things on my phone and see what it gives me, because my phone has the worst autocorrect I've ever seen. So yeah, that could be fun. I've been meaning to do that one for a little while. Also, got ideas for world building sort of games, which could be fun. And we do need to do more work on, oh dear, what are they? Our Dragon Riders story and our Dark Academia story. We need to start working on those more intently. But I wonder whether we should just have a quick break from, well, had a break by gaming this week, but slightly longer break from our work, no matter how much fun it is. Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, I will do my best to find some quotes that I enjoy from books to have them sort of pre-done, just in case my phone isn't being helpful on the day. But yes, please bring along any of your favorite book quotes or other quotes, and we'll see how my phone handles them. Yeah, I won't be putting the phone image on the screen, but yeah, I will type them up. It'll be fun. I'm sure it'll be fun. Oh dear. Yes, I also need to do a stream in the future where I sort of go through the current plans for how to tackle putting stories up. Because I'm getting closer and closer to finishing a proper version of the first volume of Shit Just Got Magical. I am very, very strongly considering actually shelling out the money to hire a professional editor. I'd sort of, thought it just wasn't doable because they can be so expensive, but, I want it to be the absolute best it can be. I take a lot of pride in this, and I've spent so many years on it. I feel like I'd be selling it and myself short if I didn't take every possible step to make it the best it can be. And because, other aspects will not be quite up to scratch because, they're not my forte. The writing's my forte. And, there's the long-suffering, highly unlikely hope that I will make the money back at one point sooner rather than later. But yes, I may have to reach 1,000 subscribers first. Not quite there yet. We'll get there eventually, I say, knowing how few YouTubers actually ever reach monetization, but, I'm still going. And I will keep going. Besides, Shit Just Got Magical is an awfully long series. There could be anywhere between 20 and 30 books in it, probably all at least 50,000 words. So, yeah, it'll be a lot of videos. And then there's all my shorties, there's all my other stories. I think eventually, YouTube won't be able to help. It won't be able to help itself. They'll have to monetize me eventually. Oh dear. This is the path I have chosen. I will tread this path to the end. Or hopefully it won't end. Not for a very, very long time anyway. And if it does, I'll have copies of all the videos. We'll find somewhere else to pop them up. You deserve more, Blue. You're very, very sweet, Reaper. It's I don't think anyone deserves it really, but we'll keep working hard, we'll keep having fun, and we'll just see what happens. We'll see what happens. I suppose this is the point where I make the I I keep thinking midweek that, I should say something along these lines while I'm streaming, but I've never been able to bring myself to do it because it just feels a little pleady. I don't know, but I'll do it. If you have any friends or acquaintances or family or enemies even who you think might enjoy what we do here, they might enjoy our streams, or they might enjoy listening/reading my stories, spread the blue word if you'd like to spread the blue word. Oh dear, spread the blue word. That sounds unintentionally religious. Don't take it like that. Blue is definitely not starting her own religion. That never ends well. That ends with, mass death and guns and burning. Let's not try to start our own religion. Blue has no desire to start her own religion. Let's make that completely clear, please. Is that clear now? I hope it is. Anyway, yes, the blue word. If you'd like to spread it, please do. And hopefully I don't sound like I am pleading for exposure. Ah, dear. That was definitely fun. I loved that game. There are links in the description to the developer and to the game. If you'd like to give it a go yourself and do a better job than Blue at finding all of the endings, please do. Please support them. I think I have at least one other game they've done, so maybe in a little while we can have a look at that too. But for now, given we've been going almost 2 hours, and by some miracle, Small One 2 has not yet woken up starving his little baby rear off. He did not finish his bottle before going to bed. I fully expected him to wake up when we were in the middle of that boss battle. And how long will we have been stuck on Be Right Back waiting for the boss battle while I fed Small One 2? Oh dear. In any case, we should finish up, and my bet is that he will wake up the moment I stop the stream. Hopefully not sooner. The exact moment I hit finish/end stream. So let's flick this music off, and my lyrics. I can still hear the game music. I just want to double check something before I close the game. But I will sing the song over the top of it. Oh, wait, I'll take my headphones off. That's the sensible thing to do. Headphones removed. Thank you so much for playing this game with me. It's been lots of fun. I shall see you next week, where we will hopefully be putting quotes through Blue's phone to see what it does to them. I'll need to figure out what kind of thumbnail to do for that. If you've noticed, I've trying to develop a very simple thumbnail style so they're quick and easy to make, because, as I have said before, graphic design is not my passion. But yes, I'll figure out a simple one, hopefully, and maybe it can be applied to other sort of... What's the best term to apply to this sort of stream? Miscellaneous. Can it be applied to other miscellaneous sort of streams? I should make a miscellaneous playlist. There's a few of my videos that aren't actually in playlists that probably should be. Yes. All of them need to be in at least one playlist, because that's just how Blue rolls. My playlist list. My playlist list is very crowded with playlists with only 1 or 2 videos in them. But at least this one now has 4. Oh dear. Sorry, I thought I heard movement. Or at least wakeful sort of sounds. Let's get a move on. Wherever you are in the world, good night to you, or good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, and Blue hopes the rest of your day is absolutely lovely, because that's what you deserve. My voice feels like it's going to die as soon as I start trying to sing. Let's try to circumvent that with hydration. It's not even that sore. Oh well. Oh, for the money that here I had. Whoop, there it goes. I have spent it in good company. Oh, and all the harm I've ever done. Alas, it was to none but me. and all I've done, too loud, for want of wit. There. I don't think my voice has fallen apart quite this much doing this. To memory now, I can't recall. Sing gently. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night, and joy be to you all. Gently sing. Gently. Blue's not good at gently singing. Blue likes to belt. Good night to you all, and bye-bye. Bye-bye.